This is Split. It's stop number 2, Dubrovnik. And that is country 57, Montenegro. It's stop number 4, Corfu.
Hi, I'm Patrick, a full-time solo traveller just getting into cruising. For my first cruise with Virgin Voyages, Adriatic Sea and Greek gems, I've brought along my friend Sarah. Today's video features the 4 ports that this cruise calls at in Croatia, Montenegro and Greece. The beautiful coastal communities of Split, Dubrovnik, Kotor and Corfu. Plus, I get exclusive access to the Rockstar Suites and Richard's Rooftop later in the series.
I beg your pardon?
Make sure you subscribe straight away and sign up for my newsletter on my travel blog address below to stay fully informed about fabulous travel hacks like the deals I get for cruising.
I hear you, sister. This is Split. So Virgin Voyages is over there. It's about half a mile walk into the old town of Split here in Croatia. I think there's a market area, an old church to look at, and a couple of museums and a fun square to explore. I reached that point in visiting a city in that I've seen all the things that were on my kind of top 3 or 5 lists, and I'm enjoying just wandering around the squares and back alleyways of a typical Croatian port city. So we've seen Diocletian's palace. We tried to get into the cathedral.
Closed to visitors.
I think we've had a lovely wander around some of the squares and Old Town. It's time to head back for a nice ice cream on board the ship. One of the best things that I've seen all day are these solar-powered benches. Isn't that a brilliant idea? You put your phone at the end to get charged up. So what do you think about this, which is our first stop on the Virgin Voyages trip? It's hot, it's small, it's touristy, but it's very, very pretty. It's stop number 2, Dubrovnik. This is the bus. It's taking us into Dubrovnik to the Pile gate, the old gate. And from there, we're going to explore the old town. If you were thinking that Dubrovnik might be kind of quiet and restful, the late August days of summer, you'd be foolishly mistaken. Of course, the thing is, as a tourist, you have to expect that there's going to be other tourists there. I'm not sure what church this is, but it's so hot outside. It's nice to step into somewhere a little bit cooler for a couple of minutes. I don't mean to be grumpy about tourists, but when you're visiting parts of Europe like Croatia, you probably got to expect that everybody else wants to visit then too. Oh. It is all a bit Game of Thrones, isn't it? And if you think it does look a bit like Game of Thrones, and you're expecting to see Cersei Lannister with a nun walking behind her with a bell shouting "Shame, shame," then that's because a lot of Game of Thrones was filmed here in Dubrovnik, particularly all of the scenes in King's Landing. What do you think it is that makes tourists so annoying?
I think it's the fact that they bump into you. Lots of people just frantically wandering around, staring.
This is the rector's palace. There's no bargains to be had in this market. €5 for some blueberries. Desperate. An online poll asked people why people found tourists so annoying. The number one reason that people hate tourists is that they get in the way. I feel like For me, it's sheer numbers. So many people around that everywhere that you want to go to, It's a bit of a drama, but that's as much my fault as everyone else's. Sarah's guessing how much it costs to withdraw money from this ATM.
Okay, 2.25.
No, higher.
2.50.
More.
€3.
More.
5.
More.
9.25.
€9.95.
That is extortionate.
So what do people hate about being a tourist? Price gouging. Thanks, Dubrovnik. It's been real. And so that's the end of our second port visit to Dubrovnik. It's early morning here off the coast of Montenegro, and excitingly, this is country 57 for me. So we're being tendered to the pier at Kotor. Montenegro. Here in beautiful Europe. I wish that was my yacht though. Sadly not. Tirnagorna, Montenegro. If you're thinking that Montenegro is in the European Union, they opened negotiations in 2012, and according to Wikipedia at least, there's an expectation that Montenegro will accede to the EU in 2025.
I have to say that this is the nicest feel I've had to any of the cities that we've stopped in so far, even though we're just literally off the boat.
About 1 hour, 15-20 minutes in total. And during this walking tour, we will have the chance to visit the most important spots of the town.
We're learning all sorts of great things from Sofia. I had, of course, realised that Montenegro was part of Yugoslavia originally, but I hadn't realised it was as far back as 1991 that Yugoslavia broke up.
What is balconies?
This is Bakery Square.
There is one very nice sentence from my favorite cartoon, Beauty and the Beast. It says, if it's Baroque, don't touch it.
I don't know how she managed to keep up such energy the whole way through a really hot day and tour. We learned so much about Kotor. Lovely small town. So well worth coming. And if you can find Sofia online, totally do this free walking tour. We're going to the Scarlet Night Party. Yay!
Going down.
Good morning. It's stop number 4, Corfu. MSC is our neighbouring ship today, so we're on this side and they're right here. Everyone getting off in the same area. As we've trekked along the quay, we've spotted 2 more ships. One from Royal Caribbean, or Caribbean depending on your pronunciation of said word, and the other by TUI. Enchantment of the Seas. We're on a bus. We're not quite sure where to. The one thing that there isn't is somebody from Virgin saying, hey, get this bus, and then get this bus back. Turns out that was a bus to the terminal, and then you get a different bus into Corfu. Well, we found a shuttle bus for Virgin Voyages. Who knew? It's about 10,000 degrees on board. Hotter than the fires of hell. And Sarah knows about the fires of hell. So this is Corfu, stop number 4 on this Virgin Voyages Mediterranean escapade. And I was looking forward to seeing here because of the architecture and association with Greek and Roman ruins. However, it's simply so hot that what happens might be a bit of a delve around the old town, a nice cold drink, and back to the cool embrace of the air conditioning on board the ship. Let's explore Corfu. This is the Durrell's Garden. Yeah, I write about travel and
Very nice.
The thing that all of this talk about air conditioning completely ignores is that Corfu is just beautiful to explore. I'd have missed out on this. I would have missed places like this. Look at the square. This amazing terrace. And bonkers people like this. And cut. That's quite enough in this heat. Thanks. Do you have Wi-Fi? The power of air conditioning is strong.
That's it for this episode from On Board the Resilient Lady. Subscribe if you haven't already. Join me next time for another video. Take care. Bye bye.